about how salud.
Cheers, fellas. Cheers.
Yeah, man.
And then I'm on this Queen Jellyfish, Nepenthe.
Oh, nice. Was that a double? Did I see double IPA?
Yeah, double IPA. Yep.
Nice.
It's hitting on like 9 and some change. It's pretty good though, man. It's smooth. It's 8.5. It's 8.5.
Yeah, that's solid, man.
Yeah, some good stuff. I
like that can art on there, man. Let me see that.
Yeah, man, it's got this whole like it reminds me a bit of what was that, like one of them old Atari games, like the little centipede type on, right? It kind of has
that.
Yeah. It's tight. It's something serious, man.
Yeah.
Nice. They went in on that.
Nice. Yeah, no, that's right.
How's it going out there in Nashville, B?
Not bad, fam.
Yeah.
Not bad, man. No complaints, big dog.
Yeah, man. I ain't even interrupt, man. I know y'all was probably flowing a little bit about some beer talk, you know.
Oh no, man, you good, man. You good. I'm glad you're able to join, man. We were talking about kind of continuing the conversation that we were talking about, man, with sours and how you kind of, you know, me and Tanya went to that Tampa Bay Beer Week, man, and there were so many spots. There was so many, man. That's why I got the craft beer festivals up. We got to pay more attention to those. But
yeah,
there were so many brewers there representing sours, man. Like, I mean, it's a wave. You know, I definitely messed with them, but Tanya thoroughly enjoyed it specifically because of the sours. So, you know,
yeah, I mean, it's a good way to get people into it, you know, that aren't into it. All right, like they're not super strong. They're generally not too heavy on alcohol, but yeah, them joints are different, man. I like a good sour.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, good sour always works, man.
Yeah, especially in the summertime, man. It's starting to cool down now, man. It's time to start getting to stout season, though. You know, it's gonna be stout season soon up here. I don't know about y'all, man. It's starting to chill out a little bit.
Stout jump.
Yeah. I'm in Florida, so nah.
Ain't no stout season out there.
February.
Yeah.
Maybe.
March, right? In March.
Cool. I'm drinking this stout right now while I'm talking crazy. This is Magnanimous
Crunchy Cinnamon Squares.
Yeah.
What is that? Is it also from your spot, the local?
Yeah. That's from Magnanimous.
Magnanimous.
Yeah.
What's the go-to spot out there, Brian?
Right now it's probably Southern Grist or Bearded Iris. Okay. I'm gonna give the nod to Southern Grist.
Yeah, I think Khalid talks about them sometimes. He drops her name.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We don't have what I would like to see as far as like craft beer options. You know, I'd love to see at least 15 different breweries in Middle Tennessee, but we really don't have that option.
I'm surprised there's not more, actually, you know, because I would just think that'd be Nashville's such a big city. I would think that's something that's booming out there.
Me too, man. Me too. You got some like Tailgate. I really don't mess with Tailgate. I mean, they're cool, you know, if you're at a picnic or something, you know, and you want to have some craft beer, but like I'm looking for something a little more deep, you know.
Yeah. I
don't really think Tailgate pushes the boundaries. Southern, I think, really has it on lock right now in Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, that's kind of what we talk about too, man. It's like how like some places play it safe. You know, it's quite a few. Like they got like DC Braw's a big brand up here in the city, but they don't really take a lot of chances, man. Most of their stuff's kind of middle of the road. It ain't, you know, none of right home about it's deep. Yeah.
It's ironic that I was looking for Southern Grist, but yeah, man, this is literally right there pushing the boundaries of craft beer in Nashville, Tennessee. So, man, definitely. They're not one to stay middle of the road, in my opinion. I think to y'all's point, you know, they definitely push the boundaries. I think Tailgate is kind of middle of the road. Although, man, I've had some offerings, man. I was in Nashville and caught the airport location, actually.
Okay, yeah.
And they had a really nice, I think it was a peanut butter porter or stout. It was one of them, and I was really like thoroughly impressed. And maybe that was based on my past experience with them, but I thought this one was really good. But that's a safe one too. You know what I'm saying? But they had some IPAs that were decent. Yeah.
I was telling you, that's the one up here is Duclaw. They had one called Sweet Baby Jesus, and that was a peanut butter porter. That John's banging.
Yeah.
Man, I'm really looking for like a beer that just like knocks me out. Like Magnanimous, the Juice Lord Almighty. So March, we were down there. I bought it, packed it in the suitcase, put it on the plane. I didn't open that thing, man, until probably like June. That joint was still fresh, still juicy, and still like knocked me out, man. Like I was seriously impressed with that beer, man. And like I don't have those options up here. You know, like I guess I'm kind of comparing apples to oranges right now, man. But I was so impressed, like with how good that beer tasted, you know. And I don't have those options here in Nashville.
Yeah, it sucks, man. I mean, it's always like one spot in every region that like does it to the best. Because I mean, Khalid and me, man, we go back and forth on here, and like he's been to my spot up here, man. There's a spot up here I mess with called Aslan, and that's like, you know, we got to stop mentioning them so much because we talk about them all the time. But like they
top shelf
on point, man.
Christian Miller, man, had one from Aslan at Sheem's Memorial, man, and like that joint was banging, dude. Like
they do everything
like a 4.5, 4.75, man. Like
yeah. See, and that's how they push. Like you said, push boundaries, man. They do all kind of crazy stuff with the beer. Like they have some that have just like the ingredients are just like you wouldn't even imagine like this could taste good, but then once you get it, it just like takes you completely around the world. You know, like their beer is just different, man. Just how they go about it. They care about all the details. You know, that's how. I've not had Magnanimous yet, but that's what Cleeds always tell me. I got to get down there and check it out. But you know, what's funny is it seems like those two breweries, right? Don't the owners know each other as well? Like it seems like on some level, all these breweries that do push the boundaries, like they respect each other. You know, like they know about each other too.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely brought up Aslan while talking to Charlie at Magnanimous. Good guy. I don't know if he's the owner or not, but he's definitely one of the head brewers. But he's definitely familiar with Aslan. You know, Resident Culture in Charlotte. He knows those guys over there who do great work. Kev. They were. I think he was just out in San Diego, man, at something, man. He was excited about what I think them, the brewer, and another brewer. Like it may have been a collab. Not to give too much away. But yeah, man, he was. You know, always when I was like, hey, man, I'm about to go up to Alexandria and, you know, holler at my guy, Kev, he was like, oh, you got to check out, you know, Aslan or whatever. And like, he's definitely on the cusp and like knows he's kind of in that circle. Yeah, this is one though, that Juice Lord Almighty, man. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Man, I let one of my friends try that joint, I think like in July, and I got it again, like I said, in March, and he was impressed, like just blown away.
Yeah. It's top shelf, man. They got two triples down here right now, though, man. That actually that I would rank a little higher than this Almighty. Believe it or not.
Scoop them up, man, so we can have them when I get down there.
Yeah.
Pull them out there because I know Magnanimous is your go-to, but you got like 3 or 4 out there you go to, right?
Oh yeah, no. What folks don't get, man, I don't think they realize, man, the area, man. Like you came down here and you stayed in Clearwater, right?
Yeah.
There, like so, and then you've got St. Pete. You know what I'm saying? That's south.
Right down the street. Yeah, south.
You know, so it's like you got a triangle offense that you could run, man, in the Bay, and just, I mean, you know, over in St. Pete, you got Overflow, Cycle, a couple other ones I can't think off the top of my head. In Clearwater, you got, was it like Southern Lights is over there? There's a couple over there. There's a World of Beer bottle shop that's fabulous, bro. It's top shelf. Like, yeah,
we gotta go.
Yeah, there's Arcane Ale Works or something like that over in Largo. That's close to Al.
There's a woman. There's a majority female owned brewery out there that I saw in Clearwater. I don't remember the name of it though. I was curious about that. I'm always curious about like the minority owned, because you know we talked about just representation. Like I haven't had a whole lot. You know, what was that spot? Licking Hole Creek out in that's woman owned, and like they have their own farm, and almost all the stuff they make is grown on their farm. You know what I'm saying? Like I was when the first time I ever had their stuff, they had a strawberry milkshake IPA they made, and they only make it one season out of the year, and it's like they make it with their own strawberries. It's just incredible, man.
Yeah. Incredible. Man, that, like their space, if I could compare it to anything, it looked like Arrington Vineyards, like how that space looked. I mean, it was just wide open, and yeah, it was, man, beautiful area. Isn't it in Virginia somewhere?
It's in Goochland, which is like southwest of Richmond. You know, west side. We got to do that too, man. I mean, I haven't really hit Richmond like that, but I mean, you know, all the talk about their beer scene, you got to make a trip up there and kick it. I know Khalid's up there all the time, but yeah, they kind of come up a lot. They kind of come up a lot as a beer city, you know.
Yeah, man. I think just in general too, man. There's been a lot of folks just migrating to that area. I think cost of living wise, and Richmond's cool, man. I mean, but the beer scene, is incredible, man.
I mean, you know, I haven't spent a lot of time there as a kid. I spent my spring breaks there. Like I have family there, but you know, it wasn't my spot, man. I ain't really. when I was in Richmond, I'm like, what are we doing here, bro? Like, yeah, man. Nah, that beer scene blowing up though. That's people talk about it all the time. I just gotta go hit it up, you know.
Yeah.
There's some good spots out here, but they're just so spread out, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything's kind of spread out up here. So,
what part of Virginia you in?
I'm actually in Maryland, but I'm right on the border. So I sit right between where DC, Maryland, Virginia, right in that corner where they all meet. I live in Maryland though, but I'm right there. Like I can be in Virginia in less than 5 miles, and I can be in DC in less than 5 miles, like crossing right over. You know, there's a bunch of good spots. Like, so another one of the real good ones out here is Mustang Sally. That's out in Chantilly, and I don't think you hit that because I was out by where you were at last time. But that's a good, man. They got some good cans. I've never really been to the actual location though, so I need to make a trip there. But you know, CJ's up in Frederick, my brother, so he's hitting like there's like 4 or 5 he's been hitting on a regular basis. He says they're good, but you know, all that doesn't always trickle down here either, man. I might catch him in like a Total Wines or something like that. You know, I can see there's a lot more options in Total Wine, but oddly enough, on this side where I live at, man, it's majority black, so it's a lot less craft beer than when you go to Virginia. You can be in any gas station and see way more options, you know, than you see over here. So